Welcome to day 3 of my 7-day trip around the UK, visiting various theme parks. Today, Legoland Windsor. You know how the Lego movie says everything is awesome? Well, last time I was here, the one and only time I was here, the ride operations were absolutely terrible. And it was a really busy day. I can't tell how busy it is, but I want to get inside, see if it's any better today, get on the things I didn't get on, and yeah, let's just see if it's as good a park as everyone says it is. That's a little bit bigger than the set you can buy yourself. That's huge. Come all the way down to London, and there's my home castle. And a ScotRail train. I wonder if it's late. They usually are.
Is it full up? Because there's like the Tower of London, the Tower Bridge.
First ride of the morning there on the Vekoma Madhouse, the haunted house party. It was pretty good. That's the 4th Vekoma Madhouse I've done. I've done obviously Hex at Alton Towers, I've done the one in Fantasialand and the one at Efteling. That one was obviously themed around kids. It was quite a tame cycle. Really good theming in there. Cracking pre-show, which was really good. It was a little bit too dark in terms of actual lighting, not as in theming. Could have done with a bit more of the lights turned on to kind of add to the effect. It was pretty good, and yeah, that was walk on. So let's hope I've picked a better day than the last time. So I just had to go on the submarines. They're quite cool. You go under, see some fishes. There's not a huge amount to see, so if there's a large queue, I'd strongly suggest that you skip it. Then went on to Toon Blaster, interactive shooter ride. The queue for that didn't move very fast. Bizarrely, the Legoland train that goes around the track goes through the queue, so periodically they had to stop and let the train go past. And the guns were, not very good. Looking at the app, I think it is starting to get busier, certainly the headline attractions, so I'm going to try and take lunch later than usual, just so that I can hopefully get on some stuff whilst everybody else is eating. So far I've had a mixed bag of operations. Some stuff's been really quick, other things definitely taking their time. So I'll be curious to see how the rest of the day goes and whether I get on everything or not. So I managed to get on a couple of rides since we last spoke. I went on Merlin's Apprentice, which is a fun little flat ride. Quite good theming, reasonably intense for a flat ride. Ride ops were pretty poor on that though. The guy was taking so long to load the ride. Then went on Dragon, probably the biggest coaster here. Again, theming is fantastic. It has a really good dark section to start the ride, and then the actual ride itself is quite fun. And then went on Ninjago, which I've never been on before. That was, I think it's the same as the Spider-Man ride in Disney. It was fun. You're supposed to use your hands to kind of shoot things. I'm not convinced that it actually does what you tell it to do. I kind of just more sat and watched the 3D, which was pretty cool. And now I think I'm going to go and try and find some food. It's quite a nice day. It's busy. it probably could be a lot busier, but yeah, still not convinced that ride ops are up to par. So I've had lunch, went to the pizza pasta place. That's pretty expensive. I know people are saying that Alton Towers is expensive, but that's $17.50. That's even more expensive, which I'm on my own, it's fine. If I had the 3 kids with me, that'd be a really expensive lunch. So I had 2 plates to make the most of it. I feel sick. Then I went on the Duplo coaster, partly for the credit, but also to see the new ride they're building. And then on the Skytrack, again, to get more views of the construction for the new ride. I had a shot there on the Dragon's Apprentice, credit I missed out the last time. It's a kiddie coaster, but it's actually quite forceful in the helix, which was quite nice. And then went back on the main Dragon, which had 20 minutes when I got in the queue. When I got to the end of the queue, they said that it was up to 65 minutes, which I think they took one of the trains off. Really finding it hit and miss with the operations here today. Some things are really good, and other things are pretty terrible. I mean, the park's busy, but it's not at capacity. Like, if this is how they cope with this, I'd hate to see this on a really busy day, to be honest. But I think the only thing I've still got left to do is the flight of the Skyline, so I'm going to try and get over there now. There's just over an hour left, so if I can get that and then maybe squeeze one more thing in and then call it a day.
Onto your board, Maximus will pick up the gondola to take you as far as he dares. So before we begin, I'd like you to notice the number you're standing on.
There are 2,944 Lego windows in the Empire State Building.
So I got a shot on the flight of the Skyline. It's a really good flight simulator. They advertised it at 50 minutes, but it was only 30 minutes, so can't complain at that. After that, I went on the Brook River thing, which is through some fairy tales. Quite a cool little ride. And then I ended up on the pirate ship to end the day. So I started this asking whether this park was any good in terms of ride operations, because the last time I was here it wasn't the best. And if I'm honest, I think there's still a lot of room for improvement, but I did get on everything I wanted to today, so you know, in that respect I can't complain. I do worry about this parking capacity, and I think if you are going to come here, you really want to do it on a quiet day, preferably when kids are at school, because this park, when it's busy, is an absolute nightmare. Anyway, I have, where am I going tomorrow? I've got Thorpe Park tomorrow, then I've got Chessington, then I've got Drayton Manor, then I've got Blackpool, and I've already been to Flamingo Land and Fantasy Island, so I'm going to put a playlist up there that has all the vlogs in it, including the ones that are still to come. I'm going to put a video down there that YouTube thinks you should watch. I've been Chris, you've been watching Coaster Dad. See you in the next one. Adios.